Ew. That one was gross. Hello. It is me, Mouth Noises streamer. More backers. You're gonna get infinite backers at this rate. Sextuple backer. Alright. What do you think a group of backers is called? A group of backers. It would have to be a school or something, wouldn't it? That's why they're in the fishing pool. Is because there's a school of them. What's the opposite of a school? A dropout, I don't know. Oh. The craft just exploded and failed to scrap. Alright, there we go. Hello. Nice error. I gotta say, it's cool that when it errors, it doesn't crash the game. Alright, how you doing, Orange? Welcome to the stream. Also, Beam, welcome. And Marksman. And anyone else who's lurking away.
I am heavy weapons guy.
How you doing, Necro? Welcome to the stream as well. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Alright, we're playing more Barons of the North today, so we're going to head on in and get started on that. I suppose. What am I doing? Where am I going? I need planets. That's the one I need. Jeez. Alright, we're pretty close to the end of the map. Whether or not we're close to the end of... What am I doing? Stop going designer mode. I don't have anything new. I guess I, like, kind of got something new. I've got, like, this. That I put together that is... I don't like how the turret looks, but I got big turret. Real big turret. With a cool shell. I built this thing. But the, I always suck when it comes to building turret heads for, railguns. Necro, explain your visual representation. What do you mean it looks chaotic but you don't understand? You what? What are you going on about, Beam? What else did I work on a little bit? I don't think I did much. He posted on Discord? Oh. Oh yes, the visual representation of the chaos of double pendulums. With Goron-friendly colors, which I approve, by the way. Alright, let's load in. Okay, what were we up to? Well, we've got a whole lot of stuff up there. We've just taken out this base and captured it. And now that is ours. We've got a Finch there delivering materials to and fro. Alright. How you doing, Azison? Welcome. Alright, so today we march on the Mars's Protectors. We punch through. We go straight for the terraforming site. And then... I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing about the Riders of Rohan, the Dragons, and the Storm. But I want to take them out too as I move over to the resort town. We might just punch through the middle, but we'll see.
Yes.
Anyway, we do need to be building up our supplies properly. Is this how I want my... Why are my finches, like, slightly different speeds? Like, what's going on? How are they getting closer together? Oh, you know what it is? It's because they're all on, like, slightly different paths, isn't it? So one group of finches has slightly more efficient pathing.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's fine. If that's the case, then they'll separate out. Alright, so we got that spider moving in there to go capture that. Right. I mean, we could already capture this tile, so I could just push if I wanted. But I want to get a tile adjacent to this so I can start healing.
Yes.
I think that would be a smart idea, right? Being able to heal mid-combat. So I capture these two and then we attack. Which means we should probably build another spider. Unless I already have 4 hiding around. I don't think I do, though. Alright, we need spider. Spider.
Listening. Receiving. Moving.
Also, you figured out why it's not spawning anything? Oh, yeah? And the short of it is that you're a dumbass? Oh, no. The curse of the camera, huh? Alright.
Moving.
You fixed it, though? Is that in the new patch? Alright. Yeah, 115. Okie dokie.
Yes.
So when you do challenge, it'll be there?
Yes.
Heck yeah. Alright.
Yes.
So what do we got here? We're still supplying up all my stuff. And... okay, you got 23k there. That's a pack rat going to and fro. You know, dropping off all this stuff. Got 30k. Yeah. Alright, so that's... logistics are working as planned. Alright, we mostly just need to go and fuck up this thing. Which... oh, this anti-air gun sight. I haven't fought those before. Well, if you do the challenge, we'll see.
Receiving. Moving. Receiving.
Probably, though.
Moving.
Alright.
Receiving.
Will I jump straight into it after this campaign? I don't know, maybe.
Moving. Yes.
While it's fresh, you know? Right, how are we doing? How are we doing? What do we got? We got a Harvester, we got a bunch of Optimas, some Rough Riders there. Did I update anything? I don't remember if I updated anything. Not the Optimas. I may have updated, if I have any, yeah, not Obelisks or Hawthorns. I don't think I updated those. But if I do have any Wardens, I think I did change those a little bit. Might be cool to do a different CCR Ashes and then return and try a whole new fleet. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed that one at all. Right. Rough Riders 2. Yeah, at the very least, I want to do a couple building streams. Because I have a few things that I want to build. And I've been unable to build them or make really much progress on building them off stream. And I find that I build better when I'm on stream.
Listening.
So, something about the camera, you know? Alright, spoilers are moving in. Okay, so we've got all our forces here. I guess I'm just going to move in. Since we are in a decent position to start the attack, we've got a beetle coming in. Alright. And go kick its ass. We could use more material in the storages, but I think it's fine. Right. For the most part, all I'm going to be doing at this point is just building up more stuff and sending more things to the front lines. Good job, Mr. Spider. Right, let's start moving on that one.
Yes.
Y'all need to go kill this thing here. Who's at the back there? That is the Optimus. I like how the Optimus are my slowest things. They really shouldn't be that slow. Alright, what's that beetle doing? Moving to intercept. Okay. Right. This is the end game for sure. Alright, we're gonna kill, I guess, that. Unless something else gets dragged into the fight? No? Okay. Go, little spider. Kill the beetle. We already know you can win against the scorpion. Can you win against the beetle too? I love this goofy looking thing. Look at it. What is going on with the lightning? Why is the lightning so fucking crazy? No, we hit it briefly. It's just such a massive gun for such a tiny little vehicle. There's a lore reason for the lightning, is there? It's the terraforming site? Oh, that makes sense. It's fucking with the weather. You thought it was a magic beetle? It's the beetle. It's got nothing to do with the terraforming site. The lightning's going crazy because this is one beetle with his magic lightning powers. Oh, sorry, Chad. I got you all covered in smoke there. I wonder if he's gonna, like, nail me with that cram at some point. So I haven't been able to do any, like, crippling damage with those fire shells. I got a decent hit there, but he's got heavy armor, so... Whoa. Avatar, please. Alright. Oh, I've hit myself. That's fun. Taking out my own leg hairs. I gotta paint this thing at some point. This is another thing I want to do on like a building stream, is I want to paint all of my unpainted craft. Because I am, believe it or not, somewhat garbo at painting. Being the colorblind ass that I am. Spider could also use some more decos. This face is literally just like 2 decos. I kind of want to give him a proper face. Where'd the beetle go? Oh, he's over there. He crested the hill and he's hiding. He's running away. Get back here, you. Oh, he did a good chunk of damage with that one. Is he gonna drive into the water and die? He's like, I'm on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Run into the water. Rest in peace, beetle. He's committing seppuku. Bootle. Too lotal. He thought he was like a water skimmer or something. Silly beetle. You can't breathe underwater. Only spiders can do that. Why did that explode? Does this guy have, like, timed shells on his cram or something? I'm surprised he's not scrapped yet. There we go. Time shells. Interesting. Alright, we did take a little bit of damage, but not enough to cripple a spider. Alright, we're gonna do that instead, just to stay on friendly territory. Alright, and at the same time, we're gonna start taking out the Mars's Protectors. This is a relatively even fight. They do have more in material than we do, but that's okay, because we have more in number than they do. And that gives us the advantage of being able to put more gun to them than they can put gun to us. Alright, there's the Hawthorne, there's the Etin, Rough Riders to the back. Alright, let's get the 3 Optimas in as well, just in case. And yeah, the Harvester can stay at the front. And hopefully do some decent damage. Alright, and of course we've got those 3 commodities that we can maybe use to give someone 3 pats on the head. Good gosh, the lag. Alright, okay. What are we looking at here? We've got a Magellan. You're a big boy. Alright, just a big-ass frickin' helicopter with missiles. And what looks to be 4 cannons. That ain't that a DWG craft? The Magellan, I think so. There's a border-wise build, eh? Well, that craft has some ovals instead of the circle holes for the props, by the way. Has some what now? I do still love the, oh, you mean these ones? So the cutouts of the props aren't circular? Interesting. Why that is? Magellan is the brainchild of Awful Dynamics executive B.D. Wiseman. Border-wise. They developed this advanced close air support helicopter military Empire military operations on the frontier. The Magellan excels in delivering slow but devastating fighter-ground targets. It struggles against aerial targets. Okay. It pains you. Alright, and they got another hailstorm. We've seen that one before and what that's capable of. Alright, and now we've got a couple of Natus eyes, a little lamb sight, very cute. Alright, anti-air gun sight, presumably with some Natus sensors, yep. Okie doke. United Empire of Earth anti-air gun center. With the outdoor rest area, of course. Alright, then they got the claim marker, the resource cache. Another one and another one. Alright, good thing we don't have aircraft, so we should be fine. Alright. Let's see what happens here then. We're mostly concerned about the Magellan, I think. So let's take a look, see what's going on here. I love that my flashlight illuminates the map. Alright, you can see the Hawthorns there with their machine gun fire. And then there's the Rough Rider missile barrage. The Etin has already taken a bit of damage. We're going for what looks to be the Magellan with a full missile volley there. There's going to be a fun Magellan perspective right here, that's for sure. As it comes in to try and kill the Etin. Oh, those crams? Oh, he's got a shitload of interceptors, though. But can he shoot down every missile? No, he can't. Not even close. 4 Rough Riders is a bit much. Oh, no. That's a lot of damage he just took. Oh, he's got a gun on the side, too. I didn't even see that one. Well, he came out of that relatively fine. And now he's definitely got all his guns to bear on the, presumably on the Etten? I think he's going for the Etten. Certainly looks like it, right? Either that or the obelisk there. Which does appear to be absorbing fire. Oh, he is an evasive boy. Harvester, buddy. Monster Magellan's going for the harvester. Alright, can you go for, like, their... You know, literally anything but an aircraft, please. Thank you. Harvester not that useful in this fight. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do for my forces here when it comes to... Well, I mean, I guess I should probably be worrying about that hailstorm. Which I do believe is currently vaporizing my Rough Riders. Very cool of you, sir. Thank you. Alright, we're getting Avatar in that one there and hopefully replenish that missile launcher he just destroyed. Alright, well, once we've killed the Magellan, we can probably worry about the Hailstorm. Both of these are like anti-ground specialists, right? The Hailstorm AC-130 and then the Magellan, which is just basically an Eerie. But with more interceptors. Alright, well, I'm glad he didn't kill all of my Rough Riders there. Definitely did do a large amount of damage, though. Alright, how's the Magellan feeling right now? He's down to 95. Look at how freaking massive that thing is. It's bigger than the Etten. I didn't realize how big it was, actually. It looks smaller than it is. Yeah, definitely a good idea to focus it then. Classic border build. Yeah, it's bigger on the outside. It's also retreating away from the missiles, which is a smart play. Buys itself more time to shoot them down. And huge grams, yeah. Speaking of, there they go. Aimed very much at the Etten. I don't think it's going to hit the Etten with those, though. The Etten is not the slowest tank in the roster. You'd be better off aiming for, like, an Obelisk or the Optimum. That is very rude, sir. Because as fat as the Etten is, it's also a plasma with big fuck-off engines. And also really big fuck-off wheels. I also like the fact that the Etten has, like, constant missiles coming out. Which means that the Magellan's interceptors are going to be firing pretty much on cooldown in order to fight those off. Which means there's a decent chance that the Rough Rider missiles out here get to connect properly. That said, the Rough Rider missiles are desynced now because of damage. Oh, and there's the Hailstorm doing whatever the Hailstorm does. These two alone are tanking a lot of damage. Optimum over there. Anti-air gun sight. Hang on, is that the Harvester is just embedded itself in an anti-air gun sight somewhere? Hang on. That is the Harvester. Look at you go, buddy. He's trying his best. Just gonna put your engine on full blast and see what that does. You're right there. You don't seem to be doing any damage. Okay, I mean, the kinetic is definitely going down. So he's definitely touching. Has this thing got rubber on it? Are you just stuck on like a rubber block or something? I feel like he must just be stuck on a rubber or something. No rubber? Well, that's weird, because we're up to 300k impact damage. There is a small amount. Yeah, it only takes one block of rubber to stop a melee like this. Alright, I'm gonna pull up. Pull back a little bit. See if I can't get a different angle. He's stuck on the AI compartment. Yeah. Don't know exactly where that is, but presumably behind this wall here. Alright, well, we'll leave him to it. Even the rubbing up and down. See, this is why I also have the rubbing up and down, the lifting and the falling of the drill arm is an attempt to allow him to just try and clip something that isn't the rubber if he's stuck on one. But I guess it doesn't quite work here, does it? Unless I can maybe get 2 shots off with the cannons. Alright. Maybe. You tune in at 6 FPS. What up, Unsane? Yeah, welcome to Big Fight. Does it remind you of Combat Extended at all? I'm just trying to hit this rubber off here. That's why the guns are on this thing as well. Alright. It does, actually. Yeah, maybe we'll switch targets. Go for the lamb sight or something. And maybe back to this. Maybe we just took the rubber off. Who knows? All right. Also for if you give BotN a little break, I will be updating many of the static emplacements next project. Okay. Fair enough. I'll be looking forward to it. Alright, how are we doing here? Everything's intact. Nobody's died yet, which is cool. Haven't lost any vehicles. Alright, the Magellan, how's the Magellan looking? Magellan has suffered a fair amount of damage to the face. And let's go to look at this in pause so I can actually look at it properly. Right. Okay. Isn't this pretty linear, the campaign? Yeah, but I wanted to give it another run at some point. Because there's a lot I haven't seen in it. And an update came out, like, right as I started playing, so... At some point, I would like to give it another go. And do a not scuffed run. And there's challenge mode. True, there's also challenge mode. Do the whole thing with crams only or whatever, right? He's lost his top bit there. Okay. Anyway, you're in the process of giving GSE major updates since they're the oldest faction. They have a lot of old shit. GSE's probably a favorite out of all of them. You just love the crazy melee ones with the paddle wheel rams. Yeah, GSE has some cool stuff. Alright, where's the, Why is there an Anatis Eye all the way over there? Optima? Yeah, that's the Hailstorm. Hailstorm is circling around to fight my Rough Riders again from the looks of it. Go kill that Anatis Eye, Optima. Just that one singular Anatis Eye, just go kill it. Just because you can. Right, Obelisk is still going for that guy. I'm a little worried about what the Rough Rider, what's going to happen to the Rough Riders here. Oh, he's just in water. Well, that's unfortunate. But hey, if you wake up, I want you all to go for that Hailstorm. Alright, that would be the most ideal thing, please. Alright, is there only there is just the 3 of you left alive? Well, in the sense the one of you's in the water. Alright. Let's see how that goes. Oh, you should make a Hog Rider. Just a guy on a pig. Yeah, the AC-130 doing AC-130 things. Shooting down at the Obelisk and Hawthorne there. Right. How's the Harvester doing? Have you made any progress at all against this guy? No. Okay, well, let's formally change targets then, because you clearly need a better run-up on him. I really don't know what's going on with your drill today. But like, look at that. I just rubbed him down for like 100,000 kinetic energy and it did no damage. Like, what is this anti-air gun sight made of? Harvest the herd, slow and steady, wins the race once and stuck with it? Yeah. I'm just gonna continue to do this. And, oh, I mean, I got his gun. Nice massage, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be basically vaporizing him because that's, what, 300 damage per frame? Like, heavy armor ain't living that, you know. It'll rip through that and nothing. This thing's got 60 armor piercing as well. Alright, so what I think we do is we just roll back on those wheels. Then we turn as hard as we can. There we go. Get this guy out of here. Oh, something just died over there. What is that? What's low materials? An Anatis. Anatis S took a single missile and exploded. Classic. There's the Hailstorm. Poor Anatis. Yeah. Alright, how are we doing on the heals? So that's the guy that's, like, closest. This guy right here is the one getting the heals right now. Right. Okay. Hailstorm seems largely disinterested in the Rough Riders right now, though, which is nice. You know, there's an interesting idea and a way to drain John's channel points, maybe. On FTDCC streams, there could be a channel point redeem for make your custom vehicle. I send you files for a custom vehicle to use in the campaign. Maybe. So I should end up using like a... Oh, hey, the Edson's pushing a frontline attack there. Hang on a minute. Gotta go see that. Where the Eds... Hang on, where the fuck? Where am I facing? East. Alright, north. This way in. Edson's taking a shitload of barrage. Oh yeah, he is. You would just make Goth use the Anatis. Alright, well, sure. Edson's having a fun time taking all that anti-F5 from behind. Alright. No, you do want to keep going for the Magellan. Alright, what's the Harvester up to? He has figured out his aim.
Targeting.
He's going for that lamb sight. It's down to 82. Oh. That goes a good half of the lamb sight. 49, it's done.
Targeting.
Alright, how's about we go back for that anti-air gun sight and see if we can kill it now? As soon as this guy scraps. Alright. Not the full name. Phone keeps autocorrecting. God of 4. Good old autocorrect. It's like there's almost certainly a Halo campaign, right? That wouldn't surprise me if there was a Halo-themed campaign somewhere. Oh, a Rough Rider's just getting vaporized out there. Will decos on the circular drills also spin? No. So, the way that I've done this, if you put a deco on a simple drill... Oh, jeez. It does not spin. What I've done is I've actually got a spin block on the other arm that, I've coded it to spin at the at twice the speed of the drill in the bread. So there's actually animation code in here. Which... Oh boy, the glitch. I love that glitch. Right, where is it? It's somewhere in here. Here we go. So this is the drill RPM, formula right here. So that is how you get it to work. You need the drill's current energy and the drill's maximum energy, which you get the maximum energy through this formula. So you need to add up all of your extensions and things. Because you can't just access that information, unfortunately. It would be too easy if you could just access the, maximum energy of the drill directly. And bro, this is what you're going to eventually have to work with? Well, I mean, only if you want to do something like that. Right is completely optional, after all. Getting bread mugged. Or is definitely a vibe coder. What do you mean a vibe coder? What the fuck? Like, what even is vibe coding? Just like asking ChatGPT to do it for you? I don't think I've ever gotten a functioning piece of code out of ChatGPT. I don't use that. I have tried it before, and gosh, does it not work. Programming with no knowledge, I see. Yeah, no, I don't code with vibes. I code with meticulous planning and a lot of cursing and a tofu bunny. All right. Now, ask ChatGPT whether you should drive or walk to get an oil change for your car, and it told you to walk. It's so smart. This frickin' anti-air gun sight. Now, let's change targets to that one. Maybe the harvester can reach that. You thought it meant as hobby coding and not as a job? Oh, yeah, no. Every programmer programs as a hobby. It's kind of a prerequisite. I'm gonna put Avatar in this guy and hopefully get some heals. Although I'm at 16 materials, so I don't think that's going to work out. Methinks he's done for. So let's just retreat you, because you're finished. Right. You're upside down. And presumably also out of materials. I think my Rough Riders have blown, like, all of their missiles at this point. Put a chair in it and TP Avatar to it, the drill. I mean, the Harvester's doing fine without Avatar. He's just for some reason unable to, like, damage these structures with the drill. Like, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing right now. If this thing was taking damage, it would have been vaporized, but I don't exactly know how, I don't exactly know how it's not taking damage. If half the huge vehicles in BotN are paperweights that just end up dying, the other half just wipe out Gore's entire fleet. So FTD works generally. Yeah, it's the rock, paper, scissors thing.
Targeting.
Put an avatar on there and rip him. That is fair, honestly. We could just, oh, nope. Pop avatar over here and get the minigun going. Can I get out, or am I stuck in here? I do appear to be stuck. It's okay, I can do a bit of friendly fire damage. Well, I'm seeing my bullets. I'm also distinctly not seeing this thing take any form of damage at all. Like, he didn't seem to care about that. Even slightly. What's going on with these things? Just weirdly indestructible. Do they have God mode on? They don't have God mode on. I mean, it's definitely not God moded because this thing's taken some level of damage. Right? And they do take impact damage from the rams. They just don't take damage from anything else, it seems. Alright. Yeah, they don't seem particularly special. I'm gonna see what happens if I hit this one. Alright, we're going all the way in. Straight in. Whabam. 1%. Direct impact with a ram. Could it be this a structure? Well, other structures don't die to impact just fine. There you go. See, he took a bunch of damage from the rams. Just not the drill. The anti-S structure's aura is just too strong. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the work of an enemy stand. I just gotta hit it with the rams. The Sandblaster mogs you. No, that's what the Mogellan does. Can I maybe graze him with my butt? Oh yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna drive around and do this. I'm trusting the rest of my forces to kill the Magellan and the hailstorm, while I just run and play fucking bumper cars with these. Whabam. Yeah, I took a chunk out of the side of him then. This is basically just Rams only challenge. And I really don't know why. Oh, we're gonna drift past this guy, aren't we? Alright, also challenge mode is different from the cram only joke thing. Oh, I see. Boop. Okay, now is there any chance that I can, like, drive into this thing and just, like, rip it apart?
Targeting.
Oh, yep. I shot the gun with my gun. I killed it.
Targeting.
Again, I don't know why the armor is indestructible, but the rest of it certainly isn't. Also, minimum caliber for useful heat and hash. Hash? Anything. You can make, like, tiny hash. Heat? I don't know. Challenge mode is BTM, but half starting resources, lower mat generation, and another free mat drops when HQ dies. Ah, I see. That does sound like a good challenge. Oh, uh-oh. Who died? An Anatis S. All right. How's the Hailstorm? How's the AC-130? Still messing me up back here? I see the 2 Rough Riders all the way over that way. Let's put a Avatar in this one. How many materials you guys got? Still a good number of materials. Okay. And you guys are both still on your wheels, which is good to see. Okay. Where's the Magellan? Claim marker, Anatis I. Magellan. 75% and chilling over here. Still bullying the Etten, who is also still solo going for it. Right. He can be tiny and still do work. I mean, the advantage of Heat and Hesh is that, Alright, can you switch targets to the Hailstorm? The advantage of Heat and Hesh is that they bypass armor, so you don't need high caliber to make them do work, because the whole point of them is that they don't need to be big, because they don't need to penetrate armor. Alright. Let's get a good angle and charge. Yeah, challenge mode definitely seems like the way I'll play BotN next. Alright. The issue with using Heat or Hesh too much, especially bigger sizes, the air gaps are so easy to add to armor. Yeah, they're actually much better at smaller sizes where you can't add air gaps as easily. So they're still not terrible at big size, because there are certain things you can't air gap. All right. A big size you go for AP heat? Why is it easier to air gap higher caliber shells? Well, because you're fighting higher volume craft. Someone exploded? Not me. Not the Magellan either. Something just popped. I'm not sure what that was. Could have been that Anatis I suppose. Oh. The camera, please. AP heat is just heat with some solid warhead bodies. No, heat is the AP heat is secondary heat. AP head with a secondary heat add-on. And Anatis S just chilling there. What is going on with this, like, Bermuda Triangle of tanks I've got here? Why are these guys in formation? What's going on here? Look at that. That's actually fucking badass. They're in proper formation. Look at them go. That's awesome. Tank platoon. I didn't program them to do this, by the way. They just did that. Chasing after the Hailstorm there. It sort of corralled them into a group there. Very cinematic for sure. They're covering each other's flanks. This guy's going for that Anatis over there. Alright, that Anatis S is still being harassed by my Optima. Over here. 2 Optimas actually going for the same poor Anatis. I'll change your target there. We only need only one of you for this, please, okay? Although I can't help but notice you're not moving. Is your drive dead? No? You're just choosing to not move for some reason. Okay.
Yes.
Put Avatar on that, why not? Alright, how we looking? We got... It's a health bar right here. I don't see what that is, though. Oh, that's the Anatis. Okay. There's another Anatis there. Yeah, there's the Magellan and the Hailstorm. They're both together, actually, right now. Right near the Etten. And there's the anti-air gun site with the Harvester around it. Alright, I guess we'll head back to him. Not much I can do until my forces just happen to deal with, you know, all of that. What on earth?
Targeting.
He's gonna knock himself over trying to damage this thing. All right. Anyway, if you have a vehicle with... Hang on. If your vehicle with 1 meter of armor, heat and hash can get through easily. With 2 layers, beam pole, you get through much less often. Versus 3 layers of armor, that chance drops again. Yeah. At some point, if you get to make bigger vehicles, it makes sense to add a wood spall liner. Like up with big air gaps. Whoops, she accidentally made the guns indestructible. Captain Crunch's oops indestructible guns. Alright. Let's give this guy a poke on the side there and... Yeah, like, I don't know why the rams work, but the drill doesn't. The guns do, too. But for some reason, the drill doesn't work. Although it is simple drills, and they are notoriously bad at dealing impact damage sometimes. Thought of having a wood outer layer to mess with hash. It's worth it to have, like, an applique outer layer. The drill worked on the trauma when it went for your structure. I mean, it usually works on structures with this one as well. The thing is, though, right? The simple drills have a weird interaction with a lot of things. Like, again, they're very old, right? That you can't deco them, right? And have it spin like, you know, wheels can, but these can't. There's a lot of things like that. Something just exploded again. What was that? Unsure. It's not any of my shit. My guys are just out healing because they're in a formation right now. Yetin is also slowly getting worn away. Still launching missiles. Yeah, I guess it's one of them somewhere. Probably in Anatis. Hailstorm has spaced ammo in the wings? Ah, yeah, that might have been it. It's pretty much blowing up. Fair enough. As it takes concentrated fire. Yeah, or an Anatis eye. Anyway, but I like one thing about the simple drills is that they don't deal. You can divide impact damage into 2 kinds of impact damage, right? There's contact damage, and then there's collision damage, right? And like rams will deal collision damage, right? You touch something with it, and it transfers all its force onto that and deals that damage. And that accounts for like the velocity of the vehicle and all that kind of stuff, right? And that's how you get like those big nukes of impact damage that just vaporize things, right? Is through collision damage. The simple drill bits don't do that. If you hit something with like a 2 million material craft made entirely out of heavy armor and simple drills, and you make contact with a simple drill, it just plain will not deal that damage. All of that kinetic energy is just wasted, right? The only damage that the simple drill does is that contact damage over time. And it's possible that it uses like unique code for that somehow. And that's just like bugging out right now against these things. Why are you sliding? Literally going in the opposite direction that I'm telling him to go. There was more of the Hailstorm's ammo. Oh, 2 damaged? Who's 2 damaged? Oh, the Hailstorm. Hailstorm just scrapped. He's gone. Alright, I guess someone got him in somewhere that mattered. The Etzin here is still weathering the storm from the Magellan. Look at the damage to the front of the Etzin. It's gone all the way into the actual plasma. That's the plasma gun right there. It's eaten through all of that armor. That's crazy, yo. He's still got his missiles, though. Missile pods are still working. Oh. Oh, jeez. He's killed one of his ammo boxes, too. If we shoot out the Hailstorm's jets, it will belly flop and die. That might have been what happened. Alright, we've lost our detection on the front. We've lost a bunch of ammo boxes on the back, and we've lost the... Oh, actually, the engine's still intact, but... Fair enough. That's why it's easy. I see him.
Targeting.
I'm guessing the Etin managed to get the kill.
Targeting.
Nope, nope, nope.
Targeting.
That one. Right. Back to you then. You can't get Morgellon out of your head. If you ever release like an April Fool's version of this, like a joke version, you've got to have a Morgellon. That's what you really want me to toss like an HA pulse for Heat Hesh over that armored engine? Mm-hmm. Or I should just make the engine one smaller. Either or, really, right? Drifter! Wait, what if I just, like, hard turn? That worked. The side swipe. Alright, now we go again. But yeah, the Etin does lose that engine quite frequently, so it is definitely something worth a look at. Beep. Oh. It's actually kind of working out. Bumper cars. Oh. That's an Anatis Eye. Ooh. And that's those high explosive guns of the Harvester there. Taking out presumably some ammunition. I wonder how would it be balanced if you could either choose where your vehicles were situated or be able to retreat easily, but not both. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't really know until you programmed it that way and tried it, I think. Although I guarantee you it would probably be stronger to be able to choose where your vehicles are as opposed to retreat easily, because knowing the AI, it would sniff a lot of glue. Goodbye, claim market. And probably put your vehicles like facing backwards, upside down in a ditch or something, and be like, yeah, that's optimal. And beep. Also, not being able to choose where your stuff is would make this less of an RTS. It already struggles to be an RTS. It doesn't need help with those allegations. I'll just run over this as well while I'm at it. There we go. What better pastime is there than to drift heavy machinery into buildings? Exactly. I love that I could just make those ones disappear, but these guys, nuh-uh. Get poked. Oh, I can absolutely just hit this guy right now. One bullet, one shot, that's all I need. Although this is kind of intended only to kill rubber and nothing else, so... I'm actually not sure it even does enough damage to, like, kill the interior of an APS that easily in. Boop. Let me at you, goddammit. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure the guns will kill it now. All they have to do is open... Look at this. There's my guns. There's his internal turret. Just shoot it. There we go. Turret gone. Whoa, hey. Alright. Now we go for the other anti-air gun sight. Alright. Anyway. I think that retreating a vehicle in combat shouldn't be a thing, as in once you commit, you shouldn't be able to retreat. Maybe make it an automatic retreat 5 km away from the closest enemy. It's the only way to retreat is to actually run away. Mm-hmm. Alright, where's the Magellan? He's still alive! Boy's being chased by my entire force. Oh, he's on the floor, though. Fair enough. Oh, he's upside down to... Look at this! The Magellan has turned itself into a fortress. It flipped upside down, and now it's just like sitting here with his guns on top, able to shoot at long range. It's a feature. He's entered fortress mode. Notice in a lot of people's BOTN, a lot of the time the AI would get a kill, and instead people are able to retreat, and the AI doesn't get a kill due to player intervention. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is kind of player privilege that they get to do that. But the problem is that the AI needs to have a privilege, you know, like, that grants it a benefit that justifies the player having that power. Which the AI does not really have. It has, instead, scrap an enemy territory debuff. So... You rarely retreat to make it more fair. When I do challenge mode, I'm not going to be doing retreats. Oh, hey. Someone's shooting this. An obelisk. Obelisk is helping me out. On one hand, you get why those things exist. It's good to have for newer players. Mm-hmm. And it is also nice to just be able to retreat something when it's, like... done its job, like the Harvester. A lot of the time, if I send the Harvester in against a mixed fleet and it dismantles every single ground unit immediately and then there's only aircraft left, I just retreat it, because, like, what's the point? Okay. Bonk. Right. Oh. Something died. Oh, God. What happened? Why is there a 2% Hawthorne?
Yes.
What happened to you? What is your story? What did this damage to you? Eliminated by a cram? You think a cram can do that much damage to a Hawthorne? Like, that's a lot of heavy armor it had to kill. You doubt it was friendly fire? I mean, it could have gotten run over by the Etten, but he's kind of far away. I don't know. Well, okay, I guess we lose a Hawthorne. I feel like if the Cram could have killed a Hawthorne, it would have done so, like, you know, a while ago. Well, there's no point even in retreating that guy. He's just dead. Like 2% of a Hawthorne, who cares? Alright. You get where retreating a unit after is done after it's a thing. I also think you if you commit to a fight, you commit to the fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, another thing also is that you can also cheese a lot of fights by just oh, big damage. By just clicking this button, you know? That button too is cheese. To be fair, they lost a lot more than just one small vehicle. This is still a huge win. Oh yeah, this is definitely still a win for us. Absolutely. I think retreating from a fight has to require outrunning and escaping your enemies, so you can't hit a button to retreat. I guess counterpoint, that would mean that it was basically impossible to outrun most endgame in like Netta and stuff, because after a certain point, they just like aerial thrust just becomes too efficient to escape. Because aircraft are no longer punished for having high speed by also being slow. Which basically means that certain craft will inherently never be, or certain propulsion types will inherently never be able to retreat. Right? Ground vehicles and ships will just inherently never be able to retreat. Not necessarily because, like, you know, I don't think you're ever gonna retreat in endgame Netta. Every craft you lose can just be replaced. I mean, fair, like, that's not really my point, is like Netta specifically, but more that aerial thrust is too efficient. Yeah, there's even less of a reason to make a boat. What Marksman said. You end up in this situation where you're actively gimping yourself by making anything other than thrust-based, than like aerial thrust. Also disagree that boats and ground vehicles can be able to retreat. If they're not focused, they can easily get 5 kilometers away. Well, I mean, if you're doing a 1v1 or something, you can't disengage, right? Just because of your thrust type. Not necessarily because of damage you've sustained or, you know, anything else, right? It's literally just because the thrust that you chose physically can't go that fast, whereas aerial thrust can. So I feel like you would need to address that to make it so that, you know, at least they have the option to do it, right? Etten, please. Stop vaporizing my hawthorns. Come on. If you're doing a 1v1, you're slower and less maneuverable and can't actually outrun your opponent, and yeah, you suffer for it. I mean, you can still disengage in real life in a situation like that, you know? Alright. We did it!
Yes. On my way. Yes. On my
But the
way.
thing is that the conditions that would allow for that in FTD don't happen because you can't, you know, retreating into friendly territory slowly and forcing the enemy to overextend doesn't happen because there's no such thing as, like, you know, bringing new forces into the fight as you get close to them.
Moving out.
Anyway, maybe make it so if the AI is too damaged, it'll try to disengage too. Maybe.
Yes.
Alright. So, who did we lose here? Harvester, Optima, right. Rough Riders. Rough Riders are doing fine. We lost that one Hawthorne and that was it, right? So we'll start repairing him and call it a day. Right, gather everybody up.
On my way.
Okay, we have a Hudson up there. Alright. Okay. And then, I'm going to start building a pack rat down here to resupply these guys once we have enough materials for it. Alright, so basically any semi-expensive craft has to be a spacecraft. Not at all, but... Again, the point does remain that you will be gimping yourself if you don't choose to make one. Which you already kind of are, given how thrustercraft meta.
On my way.
Just pretend I said that in, like, alternating caps and lowercase. Alright. How we doing here? Looking okay. Still need to repair the Rough Riders, otherwise we're fine. Right, I'm not sure we're gonna have enough firepower to take this out. With another Magellan? That thing was built like a goddamn tank. And then they've got a Vitrum as well. Wasn't that the one that was also built like a fucking tank? Yep. And then they've got a Scalprum too. So, okay. Man, these guys like their anti-air. Okay. The lightning strikes on 10x speed. It's fast lightning. Alright, I'm also going to move my spy satellite up here to get some vision. while the spiders push up. Okay. So really it's kind of BS. You can start a fight in the middle of the fight because the vehicle can just vanish right before it dies. Like if a tank detected an incoming missile, just made itself vanish to disengage. Not moving away or anything, just vanish. Mm-hmm. Gore, can I name the craft AI of the Tyrant Raid Captain Gore? Sure, if you wanna. Go ahead. Is that one of the GSE guys? I'm down to be a pirate. Oh, hey, there's another lore thing then. Oh, spaceport. We found the spaceport. Okay. Very noof. I'm guessing that's like their main base of operations. All right. I guess one thing that you could do is also change retreat so that if you do retreat, it kind of functions like a warp drive or whatever, and it just like teleports you back to a friendly base. Something like that, I don't know. Spaceport's the last base, I see. We've got a lot of shit here. It seems your spaceport doesn't have enough storage for the big things. Oh. Although that said, this guy does currently have 608,000 materials and is not producing anything. Oh, I see. He's trying to build a big thing but can't afford it. Right, okay. Okay.
Yes.
I understand. Got fixed last patch. I see. Well, now I kind of do want to just jump right back into another run because if it fixes that, then I feel like I haven't gotten the true experience now.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
All right. We'll see.
Yes.
Can always do another run. I can. Yeah, we'll play it by ear though. You know, no rush, right? BotN's fairly short. When you know what you're doing, I guess, yeah. All right. But it would be interesting to see how that work. Oh yeah, and this one has 165 a second, infinite reserve. Cheeky. Let's see if you finish the Tyrant before Gore finishes this run. We'll see if we beat it today. We will have to see. Right, so what is the priority of this? This is priority 3. Okay, so we'll make this pack right here priority 3 and keep empty. Right. And then he can just go to the front lines and come back again. So I'm seeing the AI definitely has enough mats to that fat resource zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just been sitting on 600k for the past while, I guess, then. Trying to build a wrong Yuchi.
Yes.
Alright. It happens, though. Storage is one of those things that's surprisingly easy to forget. Alright, you updated, I have 980k. So we can build everything now. Good, good. Alright, let's Spider doing his thing. I think we're pretty free to just push all the way up. Alright, we're getting 5 captures at a time right now. Rip you, you're a dumbass. Well, we'll consider this one here my de-blinding, eh?
Yes.
Right, I definitely don't have the materials to fight the base right now. If we went from like approximately half material to this to 2,000,
Yes. On my way.
definitely don't have enough.
Yes.
I'm actually just gonna leave you guys here thinking about it. You guys can stay right there. Right. Pack rat, how we doing? 58k. Alright, let's bring it up this way. Although, what I'm gonna do right now, all of these static defenses are no longer needed because we have enough buffer zone that I don't need them anymore. So I'm gonna turn those into materials and deliver that to the front line. Alright. including this old warden. Actually, can I retrofit? Are you updated? You are updated. Okay, I did do a brief update on him. Right, there we go. And now we've got 194,000 materials going to the front line there. So he's going to go out and then he's going to come right back. Right. Spy satellite, I guess, can go capture that. So I think he's stun locked and can't actually, like, build whatever it is he's trying to build right now. Which you would think that he would recognize that and build something smaller instead. But I guess he dumb.
Yes.
Him right now. Alright. You dumb? Nah, it's an easy mistake to make, but he's the dumb one for not at least using the 600k he's got. Oh, now he's trying to build an arrow. Alright, full of craft cost limit is 600k, you might be misremembering. Well, I think it also, it also tries to build, it tries to fill it all the way up, right? So it pays the whole cost up front. Alright, pack rat has arrived. This Hudson, Optimus, if you wouldn't mind, could you vaporize that, please? Alright. But this kind of thing is why it's important to have, you know, people play the campaign. Oh, Hudson immediately died. Instantly took out some of his major thrust, I think. He's trying to recover, but he's lost pitch control. Poor Hudson. He got hit by the Alpha Strike lasers. Alright, you're completely clueless when it comes to campaign management and all that. Just Deco for the most part. We did play it a bunch. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, played by a variety of people. Sorry, I got interrupted. My thought got interrupted by the Hudson there. It's important to make sure it's played by many, many people. Which is why, you know, you gotta get it out there and, you know, and then get bug reports from people who play it, because no matter how hard you play test, the curse of the camera will always strike. The moment your campaign is under pressure to perform, that's when it will bug out. Every single time, guaranteed. 5 to 10 hour real time is because I expect the campaign to take roughly 10 hours in campaign time. Don't you fucking know it, yeah. I'm gonna just try and run this guy over, maybe. If he doesn't die before I get there. Alright. So usually don't get to this stage? Ah, I see. Yeah, the late game does get tested less frequently. Inherently, right? Okay. Still. Now it's fixed, right?
Yes. Yes, on my way.
Okay, so the pack rat has arrived, has dropped off his materials, and is now going to head home. Right.
Yes.
And we have hopefully enough materials to take on this base now. So let's go. They built a Spatha. Okay. Why you no just build something cheaper? It's the fact that they didn't include like a basic check for, is the thing I'm trying to build bigger than my maximum storage? It's because of the staging, that's why. Oh, is he not able to build the smaller stuff anymore?
Yes.
Is the arrow like the smallest thing he can build? Ah, fair enough.
Yes.
I see. I understand. Alright. I was gonna keep spamming small stuff and never save up. Alright, harvester to the front. Obelisks. Here and here. Right, it is time for the next base and the next special, probably. Let's get the Rough Riders at the back here. Alright, we've got a nice full fuel tanks. This is going to be a tough fight, though. Alright. Etin's going to go there. Optimus. Just make sure you guys are spaced out. Alright. And that should be fine. Harvester can come back a little bit just to make sure he gets a better charge. Right. Here he goes. When upstage after a while, if you go at the expected speed, this shouldn't really happen, except at the very end of the game. It'll rotate smaller vehicles out. I see. Alright. Waiting for all the loading in. Here we go. Right. Okay. Battle begins. We're a little bit outscaled in terms of raw volume here, but that is, again, because they've got structures, so... also, they've deployed drones. This is the biggest battle in the campaign so far. Alright. So here's the Magellan. There's the Scalprum. So this one here is equivalent to the Vitrum, right? Delivering firepower. That's just what they're paid to do. And it's darn well what they're going to try and do. Just a single room with a bed. Alright. And then Spatha, and then there's the Lamb site, and Sam site, and that's S. Sam site. There's the weather controller. Alrighty. Terraformer weather control station. The global warming machine. Well, this fucking thing. Alright. Sure. I believe we've just basically just got SAM sites and things otherwise. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of missiles, though. Right, okay. Let's get started, I suppose. Harvester, you are immediately going to go for the Anatis, please. Oh, not the Anatis, sorry. The Spatha. Whoa. Okay. The weather control station appears to have lasers. Alright. It's got big Q lasers. I cast planet fucking up beam. Yeah. Okay, so each of those there is a laser output, huh? He's probably got kind of shit attenuation on that, though, because I feel like those barrels are really short. Unless they're decoped more than 2, right? But he's got a lot of them. But that is going to make it dangerous to get close. Okay. If this thing is meant to look cool, it definitely does look cool. Alright, and again, it's probably dangerous if we get close, right? Now, what I am more worried about, though, is the Scalprum, Magellan, and Vitrum, right? Those three of them are the bigger fears for me. The Scalprum has particle cannons, and I'm not too worried about that one. Apparently, I've also done a decent amount of damage already. Oh, this thing is mostly hollow. Okay. Fair enough. It's got heavy armor around the important bits, but that one might end up going down surprisingly quickly if it's already taken this kind of damage. Okay. So we could try focusing down the Scalprum first, and then maybe going for the Vitrum second and the Magellan finally. I think that's the plan. Alright, Harvester's going to continue to just charge into melee. Good luck, Harvester. Also, I'm actually going to put Avatar inside you because I feel like you could probably use the help. Given that you're, you know, kind of trying to solo the entire enemy base right now. Alright. go for the Scalprum. Right. Etin, you, my boy.
Targeting.
Scalprum, please. Optima.
Targeting.
Scalprum. We're going to focus all fire on that thing and try and take it out. Because I believe it's a weak link. The Rough Riders don't really care where they shoot, but they should be focusing the Vitrum because that one will try to
Targeting.
circle around.
Targeting.
Alright. And I really don't want the Vitrum vaporizing my Rough Riders. Because it will do that.
Targeting.
Alright, yeah, they've got
Targeting.
particle cannons, they've got crams, and they've got sand, which is a pretty rough combination of things to have. So, at the very least, if I can remove the particle cannon,
Targeting.
they won't have any uncounterable damage anymore. I'll remove their true damage, which is worthwhile. Alright. Guess I have missiles. Yeah. We don't have any wardens in this, so, let's see, where's the harvester at? I think he's still on his way, right? Yeah. Still struggling. I think there's a SAM site in this. Oh yeah, they've got a couple SAM sites, I think. Alright, approaching impact vector on the Spatha. Oh, yeah, on the Spatha hit. I do not expect the harvester to come out of this one alive. But if he can take out a couple of them along with himself, then, you know, he'll have done his job, I guess. Is that an impact vector? Well, it seems like it. He's adjusting. And impact. Oof. Oh! Fucking kneecapped, bro. Just the leg sweep took him out. Alright, let's go for the Anatus Eye, maybe. Just gonna try and take out the Anatuses with the harvester here. Oh, there's the Sams. That was textbook vehicular manslaughter, you would assume, of course. Yeah, there's the SAM site missiles. Oh, hey. They've got a VLS as well. I only saw the turret when I was looking at them earlier. They're also ignoring the harvester and going for whatever that is out there. Alright. So we're gonna go for that Anatus Eye because it's a pretty easy target. Something just got 2 damaged, and I think that was one of mine. Who? This one? Oh, an Optima. That was SAM missiles. Just vaporized an Optima. Actually hit it in the spin block. Although, to be completely honest, they probably could have just destroyed it legitimately anyway, with that kind of damage. Good gosh. How much of that Optima is left? 10%? Yeah, not worth retreating. Man, okay. Of all things, you went for an Optima. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't go for the Etin. I kind of usually expect the Etin to be the thing taking the majority of the damage. Although, I mean, he has had his face opened up, so... Ooh. That's a nasty loss right there. This is all important shit right here. So if this is open, we're in a bad spot. Also seems like that rear engine has been completely vaporized along with an ammo supply. I really need to air gap that, or like block gap the ammunition. AI is still intact, but the Etin is hurting, that's for sure. He's taken a lot of serious damage there. Also, Missile Pod is suffering too. Okay, what is the Scalprum doing? Scalprum, you assume? Currently 97 and just orbiting with his friend. The Vitrum. Which the Vitrum is on fire. Pretty bad. Rear Sandblaster is looking a bit exposed, but he's also lost a couple of jets on this side. But again, we know the Vitrum is very, very redundant. Magellan here as well. Yeah, my front line is getting hammered real bad right now. Okay. The Rough Riders are being ignored, which is good for them. Except for that guy that's taking a small love tap. Okay. Yeah, the Etten might not survive this one. We might have bitten off a bit more than we can chew. We'll have to see, though. Yeah, the Rough Riders are still in formation, which is good. Right, Optima attacking the Scalp from there. Right, how's the Harvester doing? Wherever he is. Harvester. He missed. Alright. Hope Scalprum opens fire again soon. Guess we'll watch him for a sec, eh? I kind of targeted him first because I was hoping that we'd be able to kill him quickly. Or at least disable that weapon. Which, it does appear as though we've damaged one of his turbines beyond repair. The other one is still functional, though, so he's regenerating power more slowly. I'm seeing some fire in that heavy armor there. Alright, the reason is... Well, I mean, you've got, what? 4 particle cannons? But yeah, it's suffering from a case of his energy regen has been halved right now, so... Oh, there it is. A shot so brutal that it has not only slowed the game, but also, fucking broken the sound system. Well, you took off the rangefinder there. Second shot there pierced right into the rest of his ammo. So the Etten is now without any ammo at all. I can't also help but notice that the plasma here is very exposed all of a sudden. Alright, my headphones apparently also got hit by that pack. Yeah, so did mine. Yeah, the Etten is not having a good time. Jeez, alright. That said, nor is this Anatus over here. Which does appear to have just been harvested. So, all that is left of him is one single munitions wanted. Alright. Let's go for that Anatus S now. I think we're gonna miss him. Yeah, we're definitely missing that one. Alright, go for the distant Anatus instead then. Alright, munition warner is left as a witness to tell the tale. To warn of the munition. The Harvester basically is just a munition, so... Here's the question. Is that thing going to start vaporizing the Harvester as soon as it comes around the side and it can aim those lasers at it? Yeah, Etten's fuel and ammo have both been completely exhausted. Yep, we are indeed taking those hits. Although hopefully it's going to not have enough charge to do any serious damage. Goodbye, Anatus. He's gone. Right. What is our next target? I guess we're going to just turn all the way around and go for that other Anatus again then. Because we have enough time to aim properly. Oh, we've taken off. The Harvester doing what the Harvester does best and pretending it's a plane. It actually does have enough thrust, it could be a plane if it wanted to be. Alright. Yeah, so the Etten is definitely going to die in this fight. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Harvester is currently enjoying the benefits of having main character on it. But do I want to instead send him over to the Rough Riders to try and keep them healed? Because I feel like it's probably an idea to maybe get the Avatar healing over here, just because we're getting a little harassed by Mr. Magellan over there. Right. In fact, I really don't like just how close he is.
Targeting.
All right. BotN base fights are no joke. Yeah, I mean, on top of the fact that we are considerably outweighed in this fight.
Targeting.
All right, and the BotN is also causing friendly fire damage. Of course he is.
Targeting.
All right, we're going to send a few tanks off against the Magellan in hopes that maybe they can do something to just slow it down and try and keep it off of my other shit. All right. Again, this is the problem with me not having breaded collision avoidance on the BotN, is that it does use vanilla collision avoidance, which is predictive, which is like really garbage for collision avoidance. So, gonna do some vehicle swaps with some of these because there's some duplicates. Reasonable. Increase the variety, eh? Set these fleets up early in development. Now the roster is expanded. Changes might be needed. Thor, maybe. I feel like Thor guarding the weather thing would be very appropriate considering the lightning. You want to have a bunch of lightning themed ones. Yeah. That are in like the storm. Because isn't there one called the Storm or whatever? All right, the Sonatus here is about to be vaporized. Unless the Harvester does its trademark miss. Nope. Goodbye. He's gone.
Targeting.
All right. If I can at least clear out the Anatuses, then we've done, I can say we've done something, right? Those names are just random shit that sounded like aggressive unit names. It works, though. You should have, if you wanted to change the Riders of Rohan to be not Lord of the Rings, you could change to the Winged Hussars. I like the Winged Hussars. You love Lord of the Rings, though? That's fair. I was just saying in case you don't want it to be, a reference. If you wanted it to be more,
Targeting.
intentional reference. Fair enough. Fair enough. In that case, you could add another one next to them called the Winged Hussars. Wait, if you disguised it, right, added a craft called the Winged Hussar or something, and make it into a drone that only spawns in after the fight begins, or I guess the Riders of Rohan, I don't know, either or, and just make it like appear as a reinforcement that doesn't show up when you start the fight the first time.
Targeting.
Something like that. Also a Skyrim reference, one of the areas is. Oh, rest in peace, Lamb Site. I didn't mean to hit you there. That Sam Site is also being aggressive. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now, because I'm kind of stuck on the Lamb Site. Hussaria. Idum Beam. Well, the Harvester's in trouble. Oh. When did you get hit, Scalprum? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, Harvester's in pain after that one. It's too dark for me to see the actual damage, but ouch. Alright, the Scalprum came back to defend the base. Which was probably a smart idea, to be honest. You're up against a fast target. The one thing that you want is, yeah, look at that. I can't turn left anymore. He's taken out at least one of my CGs. Overpen is what you want against the Harvester. All of its internals are unarmored inside. It's just a shell with a bunch of valuable internals inside. Oh man, he chose the perfect target. That's unfortunate. Harvester's fucked now. Alright, how are we doing on the rest of this? How's our forces looking? Rough Riders are riding rough. Harvester is now at 80%. The BotN is at 80% as well. Hawthorns are doing okay. Right, I mean, overall, we're still coherent Let me take a look at the distribution of the battlefield. Okay, these are the Rough Riders here. So that's cool. We've got the Magellan, we've got the Vitrum over that way. There is an Optima right here. There's the only guard between the Rough Riders and the enemies here. You love how the Scalpers pack is so powerful it breaks the sound system and lags the game whatever fires over 400k damage in one volley. Yeah, very scary particle cannon there. Alright, so we got a bunch of forces here. Can I, like, order them to attack stuff through this?
Targeting.
Oh, I can. Oh, fuck. Okay. I never knew I could do that.
Yes.
Right, so that's the Harvester over that way. Very isolated. Etten is beyond fucked. I don't think there's any way that we can recover from that right now.
Yes.
Uh...
Targeting.
Yeah, the Scalprum is too far back for us to worry about fighting, so I want everyone... Yeah, all forces, can you guys just nuke the Magellan? Thanks. Alright, Magellan needs to go. And now we've got him surrounded, we can hit him from behind pretty hard. Right. Oh, that was a hit. Wait, does the Etten still have plasma? I heard plasma. Oh yeah, it does. It still has a functional plasma cannon. Alright. It may have no ammunition and no fuel. I guess it is slowly regenning. So, maybe it does have ammo. Oh, it does have ammo and fuel again. Yeah, the Etten has like a couple of regen bots on it. Again, the Etten is my equivalent of the of the Excalibur, I suppose. All right. It doesn't have quite as much regen as the Excalibur, nor does it have the same sheer staying power. It is more intended for support as opposed to tank, but it is still big and thus must be able to absorb damage. And that frickin' laser shooting in the back of the head. Alright. So it can self-regen a little bit. The problem is that it can't regen that turret, right? It can only really regen its base body. Which means it's currently running blind, unless something else is broadcasting data to it. And it currently has literally just what it's got on its base body. So it's got its two engines. Thankfully, I did make the engines redundant. How intact are those? Front engine is looking fine. Okay. And then the rear engine is, yeah, fucked. Okay. AI is doing fine. Yeah, this needs to be separated out. That's a big one. IMO IVT is essential on every single vehicle and structure. You should always be sharing targeting data. I believe that... Oh yeah, the Etten actually doesn't have one. Yeah, there's his repair bots. He's got two of them. And his plasma batteries up there too. Unless I put it on something else, I don't know. Guess it's possible that I slapped it on somewhere. Okay, we're not entirely blind. We do have camera and rangefinder at the front. Yeah, I probably should add one in here somewhere. Alright. I have been adding it a lot more. I didn't add it until... I wasn't really adding it until just recently. I don't remember if the Hawthorne has one. Hawthorne's kind of going to be a tight fit for it. Oh no, the Hawthorne does have one. Okay, so all of my Hawthorns are broadcasting data, so we're not completely blind. We do have Hawthorne detection. And thankfully I have a lot of these guys, so... That's nice. Okay, the Harvest is at 57. I guess it just took another hit from the... Scalprum. Ah, jeez, man. Alright, yeah, there goes the arm. Harvester is well and truly fucked. Again, though, I did say I didn't expect him to live this. The amount of damage that he's done so far has been fantastic. He killed, what, like 4 Anatuses, the Spatha? And he did a chunk of damage to his Lamb Sight, too. Shame he wasn't able to get more than that, but, you know, it is what it is. As he slowly burns to death. Right there. Oh, man. Poor guy. Maybe I can put Avatar on him and maybe get him back up to some level of functionality. We have a lot of materials here, after all. Alright. There you go. Right. Gonna be real, not hitting the SAM sites is critical. Yeah, they are putting out a lot of damage through those missiles. The problem is that I can't really hit them while the Scalper missile, so disabling my everything. Alright, maybe I should have brought Wardens to this, though. I know now for the future, bring Wardens for SAM sites. That was going to make things a lot easier. SAM site does what the Rough Rider does? Mm-hmm. Yeah, those long-range missiles. Very, very scary. Although, the SAM site's missiles are not bred. Which does mean they are vulnerable to vanilla targeting jank. At least they don't think they're bred. Maybe they're bred. They don't look bred, though. Bread didn't exist when you made it? Mm-hmm. Alright, how's this Optima doing? Oh. Yeah, there's the Harvester. 2 damage sustained by repairs. He's down at 54. He's being shot by... Oh, shot by the Vitrum. Are they really all focusing the Harvester? I guess that's fine. They really... He took out the Lamb Sight. He transferred enough fire to the Lamb Sight that the Lamb Sight burned to death with him. So, there you go. Well done, Harvester. Even in death, he gets a kill. From the grave. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm out healing that fire. That seems to be death. As we are very much losing more mass than I can replenish. Get the fire extinguisher. Oh, jeez. What even set this much fire? Like, that is such an excessive amount of incendiary right there. SAM site, yeah. Alright. Speaking of how we're dealing with stuff, right, how is things going right now? There's actually a cheeky Anatus right there. 2 Anatuses right there. 2 Anatus interceptors. Alright, kill that. Kill that fucking thing. I want it dead. Hawthorne, you as well. You know what? All of you guys. If there's an Anatus close by, just fucking murk it. Alright. We have 70 seconds before the Harvester self-destructs. And until then, we are basically protected from anything that is targeting the Harvester, right? Alright, if we can take out the Anatuses, the next fight is going to be a little bit easier, because they won't have the support of high-quality detection, interceptors, all that kind of stuff, right? I see Another little Anatus right here.
Targeting.
Hey, Obelisk.
Targeting.
Just turn and kill that one, would you?
Targeting.
Alright, because they may be small and not contribute that much, but they still contribute. And we're just looking to worsen the quality of the enemy fleet. Just by a little bit here. Look at the fucking damage the Etin's taken. His turret is just completely ripped open. Space armor is gone. His rear armor here is still doing fine, but gosh, man, turret pods have been just emptied out. It's amazing that his plasma is still functional after taking those pierce shots. Alright, 2 damaged. I'm imagining that's the Anatuses. Yeah, getting vaporized here. After my tanks decided that they were worthy of attention. There's an Anatus S right there we can kill. Harvester at 53. Wait, is he gonna live? The fire's going out and regen is happening. I swear to God, if the Harvester somehow survives this... like, he's not that big a craft. So... and he's made out of very tough material. So even a little bit of regen goes a long way. And he's gone from like 40% to 53. 38 seconds before he scraps. Go Avatar. I should have Rambot just running around with a fucking wrench right now, just going like, fix, fix. There goes the Anatus S. All right. How are we doing here? The Anatus Eye is... well, that one singular Anatus Eye that is still alive. Optima, can you take that out? Thank you. Again, I want to kill every single Optima. Or Optima? I don't want to kill every single Optima. I want my Optimas to live. No, I want to kill every single Anatus. Kill all of them. Harvester on life support, yeah. Oh, this Optima's on life support as well, I'll tell you what. He's not having a good time. Alright. Thankfully, the Etin is still acting as a massive damage sponge for us here. Alright, what are you guys going for? Oh, you guys are going for the base now. Is this what I want to do? I've got the Scalprum over there, currently circling. Anatus Eye right there that is being targeted by that Hawthorn, and honestly, this Obelisk. You kill him as well. Right. Hawthorn, keep getting some damage on the Scalprum. Oh, wait, hang on. Anatus S. You 3 can kill that. Right. How are we doing here? We've got another Anatus chilling right there that we're still trying to kill. Magellan up that way. You guys are all fighting that lot. There's the Rough Riders, which they still got missiles, so I'm gonna still let them do their missile things. Alright, we just need to try and take out... okay, he's dead, actually, that Anatus S. So, you know what? Since he's done for, you 3 don't have to target him. Can you go for the SAM site? Alright. 22 seconds. I don't think the Harvester's coming back. I mean, maybe. It's got a chance. But the thing is, they keep hitting it with missiles. It just has to pop up to, like, above 55 for just a second. You know? But it is very much on life support. And all of its materials have been stolen by the enemy. The whole drill. So it's probably not going to get back up to, like, full health. I really doubt that. Oh, we killed another Anatus. That's the Anatus eye over there is gone. Very good. Okay. That's this one. Methinks. Yeah, you're still alive. You are, you little shit. Still, the obelisk is focusing him, so not for long. As he's taking hash rounds to the side. Yeah, that's the Anatus eye that's dead over there, this one. So, who was targeting him? I don't know.
Yes.
Apparently no one anymore.
Targeting.
Let's go for the Magellan. Rough Riders.
Yes.
Magellan, please, because he's the closest.
Yes. Targeting.
The Vitrum is at 63. You know, actually, never mind.
Targeting.
The Vitrum is 63. He's a pretty good target to kill. Also, are these all my Rough Rider missiles coming in? Look at this. What kind of angle they even getting? I want to see that. How's that turning out? Where is the Vitrum? There he is. Right. Oh, yeah. He's doing his best. The Rough Riders' Heat Seekers are finding him, though. The light orange is the Heat Seekers. The dark red is the Radar Seekers. Color-coded for convenience. Alright. Yeah, he's lost one of his guns. The second one is struggling, it seems. But again, he's still completely airborne and does not really care about... does not really care about a lot of this damage. I think pretty much the only thing he's sad about losing is the second gun. Everything else is like, eh, whatever. I can live without it. He might be missing a few of his crew, though. Oh, look at that. AI's exposed and I can't kill it. That's in at 63. Oh, the Harvester's gone. Rip Harvester. He died. Didn't make it in the end, did he? That's a shame. Where do I put my avatar now, then? On an Optima? Let's get an Optima back up and running. Although you're still doing kind of okay, you are. Alright, but I'll just stand on the roof there. There you go. Because I don't think I'm getting the Etten back. Oh, God. The Etten just lost his turret. Yep, that is, that's game over for the Etten. He's done for. There you go. The Etten falls. The Scalprum decapitated it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it took it long enough, right? Yeah, it does happen if you can shoot the turret base down here, the 5x5. Which is very hard to get into because it's got a shitload of armor around this, but there it goes. He did a good job tanking as much damage as he did. I like that we started this fight trying to kill the Scalprum first, and it's still the healthiest thing there is. Scalprum does not give a flying fuck about armor. Mm-hmm. The cannon will go through 3 layers of 7x7 drills. Right, that's an Anatus over there that's dying from 2 damage. Okay, I guess the Magellan is still pretty healthy. Alright, we really need to, like, get a kill shot on one of these, airships. That would be great. Especially the Vitrum would be amazing to take out. Right, now here's the thing. Now that the Etten is gone, the biggest targets are the Hawthorns and the Obelisk. We've got 3 tanks marching on their SAM sites now. And I think what we're going to do is all other tanks go for the Vitrum. Please and thank you. If we can do anything, if we can get any kill, even a single one, the Vitrum is the one to go for. It is the lowest health. It is the one closest to Scuttle. We just need to hit it for like 4% damage. It's all we can and all we need to do. Alright, and then we'll have sufficiently weakened this area that maybe a second assault can take him out. Or something. Alright, again, I think we're fighting to total annihilation here. Bishop needs to die anyways, because eating the most missile fire. Get rid of them and the remaining enemies get barraged by missiles. Well, I mean, it's eating my incendiary missiles. It's not eating my radar guidance, though. We just saw a volley of radar missiles go for the Scalprum. But you are right that it's eating a lot of missiles. Both of them, actually. Alright, there's the next Rough Rider barrage. Alright, I'm inside that Optima, still healing it. 70%. There's a good 160,000 materials in salvage right there. Which we can use for repairs. Scalprum isn't happy? No. Alright, he's actually going for my Rough Riders.
Yes. Targeting.
Alright.
Yes.
That said, he's taken a big barrage here. He is finding himself being increasingly targeted because he's getting closer. Oh, there goes the particle cannons aiming at a Rough Rider. 93. Just barely clipped it. Took off two missile things on the side there. Yeah, probably not the best target for you, Scalprum. The Rough Riders are small and hard to hit. For a big guy like you. You should be going for the obelisks. Am I winning? Can't tell, honestly, at this point. If we can kill the Scalprum and the Vitrum, we have a chance. That is what I will say. Alright. Vitrum, Vitrum. He's at 56. Still got, what, one missile? Maybe a couple? He's still got a Sandblaster here. Right. Killing the SAM sites would also make things a lot easier on us, too. Right, how's the Scalprum doing? See, the Scalprum's at 76. For the Scalprum, we only really need to take out one block of each particle cannon. If we can do that, we're in a good spot. Like this one here, we've taken out a lens, I see. So that's good. Some serious damage to this one. Seems like the other one is still intact, though. And yeah, the internals are, I'm pretty sure, completely untouched. Oh, he's got carousel armor. Okay. Can't just take out one block. 2 lenses of 4 arms total. Yeah, but I think if he fires the one, it'll shoot out the damaged block, right? How are we doing on damaged turbines? Because if I can take out his power generation, that also works. He's got a turbine there that still works. And that's it? At least for this side. Oriented such that they won't hurt each other. I see. Okay, he's got 2 turbines. So far. This one here might have a turbine in it somewhere that's completely intact. Yeah, right there. Alright, so 3 turbines. Maybe 4? 4. Yeah, he's got 4 turbines left. Okay. If one is damaged, simply shoots up or down. Goes through a couple layers of metal without causing any real damage. I see him. Yeah, I mean, if we can just break through and damage one of those, that'd be great. Or even, like, hit them in the turret top here, right? 4 turbines is enough to run both packs at full damage. It's got some redundancy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all we really have to do is hit, like, this bit. Which I'm pretty sure those are just deco invisible, aren't they? Those aren't actually broken. So, right. Here's a... Oh, Rough Rider missiles coming in low. I'm guessing these ones missed. whatever their target was. Oh, were they Rough Rider missiles? No, wait, those are coming from the base of it then. Those are SAM missiles. Alright. My colorblind ass mistaking red for black, or whatever color that is, as usual. Alright. I see a Rough Rider in the water here. Probably shouldn't be in the water, buddy. I need to add water detection to these. Sorry about the colors. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't expect people to accommodate colorblindness. Alright, how's the Vitrum doing? 55. He's suffering. This barrage should kill him. Water detection is using altitude above sea level and altitude above terrain. Yeah, no, the Hawthorne does have it. I just don't have it on the Rough Rider, because the Rough Rider's an older model. How long am I streaming today? We're gonna go in until 4. So it's 1 right now, so another 3 hours. Gonna do break in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Yep, the Vitrum is gone. Vitrum still flying even as it dies. Classic. How's this SAM site doing? 96. 3 tanks shelling it, and it's still at 96. Alrighty. Yeah, massive missile barrage here. Those SAM sites are very hardened. They're big HA. There's a final boss base, right? No, there's one more. We've killed whatever was in here. So that's nice. Oh, Scalprum is scrapping due to damage to enemy territory. Really? Okay. Is that really enemy territory? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Goodbye, Scalprum. To be fair, he was kind of on his last legs with those particle cannons anyway. Another couple of hits on the turbines and he would have gone down. Or at least he would have lost his weapons, right? But that does save us a lot of time and ammo. Now that he has considered himself dead.
Yes.
Right, Rough Riders.
Targeting.
Magellan is the next target. Right. Welcome in the stream, you think? Possibly, especially if they aren't able to build anything. That's gonna make things much easier on us. Alright, so the Scalprum is done. Where is the Rough Rider that was in the ocean? If you managed to get out the ocean, he has. Okay, good. Thankfully, I guess he didn't go too far in. All right. It's one of the 3 large vehicles down. 2 now. The Scalprum and the Vitrum are both dead. All right. We got an Optima here, still fucked.
Yes.
The remains of the Etin, 140k materials, just chilling right there. Right. Yeah, let's try and keep my front line somewhat together. Alright, we're gonna try and get this Optima here working again. Alright. Wish there was a way to make it more obvious the terraforming site was causing that. You gotta do like an animimic of like a giant tornado or something above it. Alright. The Etin died again? Yeah, the Etin was our primary damage soaker for this fight. It's not unexpected that it died. It was getting hit by God knows how many missiles. Soaking the attention of the Magellan, the the Scalprum, and the Vitrum all at once. Officer died in Optima too. We've also lost a Hawthorne, I think. Have we? I remember having more than 4 Hawthorns. So I think we've lost a couple of those too. Right. SAM site there at 92. I'm glad with the retreat being a thing, you consider any kills to be a good thing in terms of making it hard. Yeah, the Etzing got dropped from like 60% to 20 in a single shot because you took out the turret. So there was no real opportunity to retreat him then. But again, I did kind of expect him to die outright in this fight. So I was hoping that he would survive somehow. If we'd been able to take out the particle cannon sooner, he probably would have lived. But it is what it is, right? Now, the Magellan does have crazy numbers of interceptors and is quite evasive, so he's going to be pretty hard to kill. That said, the Rough Rider missiles are coming in, and he's being attacked by multiple things all at once. Alright, the Hawthorns here, again, they're probably able to support each other kind of decently. That's some very fast projectiles there. Alright, what do we got left here? Anti-air gun sight, anti-air gun, LAM sight, SAM sight, SAM sight. Alright. I'm glad we killed that LAM sight at the front there, because it means that any protection they had from this direction is gone. Alright, Magellan there is still chilling. Missiles coming in. He's lost a lot. He's lost something big, because that scrap he just dropped. Oh yeah, he's down 2 propellers. 87. The Magellan, though, seems to be somewhat damaged to the point of where it can move forward. All it would do is remove some of the stabilizers. It's just going to flip and crash. Maybe. The thing about the Magellan, though, is it's a border-wise build, and he builds them tanky. Although, damage in enemy territory... 87? Really? I thought it was 80. Alright. Never mind. He's going to damage an enemy territory scrap. Oh, never mind. There goes the stabilizer. Alright, he's dead anyway. Damage in enemy territory, I know. That's the end of the Magellan. Good job, Rough Riders. Missiles took a wing off. He's going to bonk onto the ground, and that's going to be the end of him. Bonk. Damage in enemy territory has no threshold, if you recall correctly. Really? It's done maybe a quarter of the damage this campaign. I mean, it didn't kill the Excalibur, so it's got that going for it. Yeah, see here now the Magellan would have been upside down on the floor here with his guns forced to face that direction. And it would just been vaporized by my ground forces here. It did kill the GT though. It did do that, yes. Alright. Hey, Don Optima. Taking some rather nasty incendiaries. Oh, it's lost its, the bottom of the laser there. Alright. So, ground forces.
Yes.
All please target the SAM site.
Targeting. Yes. Targeting.
I need to go kill that SAM site and quick. Well, I was only looking to get the Anatises killed. The fact that we got the Magellan friends as well. Also killed the Scalper, which is big too. They're not as big. Yeah, I mean, the Scalper only had like a couple of turbines left. It was approaching the point where... Oh, hey, look, the SAM sites are attacking my Rough Riders now. LRM versus LRM combat. Alright. Like, they didn't scrap with, you know, full functionality, is what I'm saying. They had had a good fight before going down to it, but yeah, it is kind of stupid. Alright. Now here's the question, can we take out the base? The base is not going to die to this. So... the base cannot scrap to damage an enemy territory. It's scrapped with fully functional weapons. I mean, sure, but like, you know, weapons that were a missile volley or two away from not being that. Alright, but yeah, no, it is unfortunate. SAM site's taken a nasty hit. This one's lost a large number of missiles already. Ammo, all sorts. This one here is taking the main brunt of the assault from my tanks now. I believe that's the main cannons of the Hawthorns and the Obelisk that are doing that. By the way, the Magellan can still fight when downed. Yeah, it flips on its back and then its turrets are up. Right. Which is something I like about it, for sure. It's nice that it can do that. Alright.
Yes.
I might switch targets to the other SAM site
Targeting.
for a little bit.
Yes.
Because I feel like you're damaged enough, buddy. 75? We might as well go for the full health one and try and cripple that one's weapon systems as well. But yeah, damage in enemy territory is very significant for sure. Alright. Definitely go for my Rough Riders over there. This Optima is still damaged and unable to move. Although it is being repaired, slowly. Avatar is working on it. As the SAM missiles pass by and try and aim at the Rough Riders for whatever reason. Not sure why the Rough Riders are the biggest targets. You would think it would be the Obelisk, considering that the Obelisk has chaff. So stupid because there's nothing you can do about it. The threshold is super high and it just gives players a super easy way to deal with any vehicle. You can beat any vehicle in any campaign using a satellite with a simple laser. And take off a single block and fly back in your territory. I don't know if a simple laser is the way to go on that one, though. 500-meter range is pretty scuffed. An autocannon, though. Or like a DIF gun or something. Teeny tiny pack, exactly. Yeah, tiny PS pack. Maybe not a simple laser. You get my point, right? Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely understand your pain. Because it does also ruin the experience for the person playing the campaign too, and not just the person who made it. Because I don't get a right proper scrap, you know? I instead get half-assed fight. It feels cheap to win with damage in enemy territory. Even though it's something I have no control over. I guess I have some control over it. I could intentionally choose to not capture the adjacent tiles when fighting bases, I guess. Alright. So you completely explode, not just partially explode, and then you commit seppuku? Exactly. I want to see things fight to the last breath, you know? Alright, Optima is up to 80%. Okay, I think part of it not gonna lie is the Rough Riders. Yeah, the fact that they stay so far away from the fight does mean that enemies try to go for them and then end up deep in territory. And they're also programmed to keep distance from targets as well. Which does not help. Alright. Not blaming you, by the way. Ah, yeah, no, I get it. Oh. Rough Rider missiles are going straight for the weather controller. Seems like we're shelling the main controller now. Alright. And a few of them are going for the Lamb site for some reason. Does this thing have decoys on it? I guess that would explain why some of my missiles are going for it, if it's got decoys. It would make sense to put decoys on it, considering it's, you know, a Lamb site. You want it to attract missiles. It's purely defensive. It would do more if you were closer to it during combat. Yeah, it also doesn't help that that lamb site is, like, really far away. Right? Like, we're attacking from this side, and it's over here. There was another one there, right? But that one got broken by the harvester, which was, a melee, so it didn't really have a chance to do anything. That was far enough to pull the vehicles away. That's also true, yeah. I did start the fight from a fair distance. At this point, it is, I think, safe to say that this base has fallen. Alright, you want to know how my vehicles are doing versus the SAM sites? Most of the missiles are going for the Rough Riders for some reason. Again, I'm really not sure why, because these guys should not be the largest radar targets at all. Although the Rough Riders are now in range. Firepower? Are they remote guided? Oh, I see. Right, okay. Yeah. So they're going for the Rough Riders and are not able to hit them. Meanwhile, the Hawthorns here have formed a front line and are just demolishing them there. Optimus moving around the side. Alright, the obelisks in the back there are wrecking them there. Definitely made for bigger targets. Oh, we got a 2 damaged already. What is that? That is 2. That's the lamb site. Okay. The lamb site has run out of decoys. I mean, they fucked up the Etten. I'll give you that. And the harvester too. Nice. As the answer. There's still a fucking Anasis here. How long have you been there for? Kill it, Optima. I want that one dead. Alright, how's the other Optima doing? Is he back up and in the fight yet? Oh, shit, we lost a Rough Rider. Never mind, they did hit one. Okay. Sam Site fucked up a Rough Rider there. This here used to be a Rough Rider. And has since been completely obliterated. Okay. Still waiting on this Optima here to get up and running. Hurry up, buddy. Come on. Come on, get moving. They do that if they hit a Rough Rider. Yeah, the Rough Riders is very, very easy to kill. So, all you gotta do is hit them once. Because, like, you know, I shall remind you of the anatomy of a Rough Rider. Is,